Holstein bred mare. She's by Contendra. Just a new rundown. She, as you can see, for a Holstein, for a German horse, she's very black. Okay, so she's the opposite to Graffiti in the sense that she gets nervous, she sort of worries, so we not struggle, we don't struggle to keep weight on her, but we like to keep as much weight as we can on her. At the same time though, obviously, again the same thing, we can't stuff her full of food, because she's very blunt, she's very sharp, so we feed her on what's called the Saracen Relieve Mix, which again, I will leave the nutritionist at the end to talk about and tell you all the good things about it. All I know is that it works very well with her. It keeps her looking the way she is. Now with this mare, like I said, she's the complete opposite. With her, it's about keeping her soft again, but also not getting her flipped up, not getting her revved up, keeping her supple but without turning her into a race horse. Okay? Just let it trot round. Again, I work all the horses, even though they're different, they still all go down the same route. You know, I still work them the same way. I do, especially at the beginning, you know, their variation in jumping, we might change slightly the jumping. This mare, for instance, she's come back from Portugal, she went on the Atlantic tour, she jumped very well out there. Whereas Graffiti would be a horse that maybe jumps 1.20 m, 1.30 m. This horse is going to go on and she'll end up jumping some nice big Grand Prix. The man we're taking it very steady with her because she is sensitive, she is careful. Like I said, the same thing, we work them all the same, try to keep soft contact to begin with, especially trying to get her to stretch, relax, work through her body. Now, with a horse like this, as you're getting her fitter, obviously she's going to come out sharper and sharper. That's where the feeding comes in, because apparently they don't. And she doesn't, to be fair, so even though she's, like I say, been on a tour, she's come back, she's had a break, she's just coming back into work. She goes tomorrow actually to Addington to the Spring Classic. She jumps 3 days there on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Again, let them relax, let them stretch underneath you. You sit with her. Start to use more with this sort of a horse. I'd use more circles. It's very good, I'll show you. Moving off your leg isn't a problem. Sit and trot, cross over, half pass. Just do half pass in trot and in canter. It's something that I like to get all the horses to do, because at the end of the day, when I'm turning back to a fence, they've got to listen to my leg. I want her to come around this corner, I want her to spin around the corner quickly. She's got to come off that leg. So that's where you spend a lot of time keeping them soft, supple. You can see now she's just starting to relax a little bit. She's coming here, she's got all these people, all these lights. But now, again, don't be afraid. So like, let them stretch, you know, take your hands off, give them a pat, try to tell them everything's okay. See, a lot of times, again, people come, their horses are fresh, or they're this, or they're that. They're holding on for dear life and getting more and more tense. You've got to try to get them to relax. Okay? So you've got to allow them to stretch down. You've got to tell them everything both heads. Another thing on the fitting, and it's something I do a lot. Again, keeping them working evenly into both reins. Put both reins into one hand. Right circle. Go sitting if you want to. Stretch back, sit deep. Push the tails underneath it. Okay? Again, watch, you might have one that might buck you off. So, if you know that your horse, if you touch it there, it gets all tense, perhaps this isn't the best exercise. But I found it great for getting the horse nice and straight, okay? And knowing that I'm sitting evenly, I'm sitting straight, my shoulders are back, she's working evenly in both reins, and I can be there and I can feel her as I lean back more, bring her back end underneath her. Okay? Watch it, you don't get the front end to come up though. That's not what we wanted. You can do that. It's a good exercise, I use it a lot. Again, also if the horse is strong, you know, if the horse is strong and sharp and it's towing you, put the reins into one hand. Try to keep your body back there, you can see she's dragging a bit to it. Just try to keep it. So that again, for a tap, soften. If you have the reins into one hand, you can almost bridge them. But if they're strong, they can't go anywhere. Then, like I say, your feet are starting to relax, starting to stretch down. Working across the back more. That's what you want. Once you've got your horse doing that, you can then move on to the next thing. You can. Again, from the counter, come off the back bit, like you can see. You can see now, compared to perhaps the chestnut horse, she's a bit more sensitive. She comes up. Her head's come up. She's going into the counter. Don't worry about it, okay? Just force it back down. Lighten your seat and allow her to stretch out a bit. That's her way of saying I just need to stretch. Or his, if you've got a gelding. Starters, but also start to use them rather than fighting against you. Again, like I said, you can see now starting to work across the back. I'll start to sit into her a bit more. Bring my body back in. Still trying to sit light. Right, you can see. Again, round until she's doing a flying tail, but a bit tense. What you do is give her a pat, lighten the seat. Okay. Then up the bit in the chain, a little bit tense in the chain, but just lighten. Let it come back down. Hands soft all the time. Hands soft. Use your leg or your hand. Especially with something like and those downwards transitions again. I can see that, so you don't get any resistance against you. You don't get her biting you. You don't get pulling. Everything is about keeping it smooth, keeping them relaxed. And then the downwards, going up a little bit from the transition from trot to walk to leg on. Now just work her over a couple of poles. Again, like I say, I do the same thing with all the horses. It's not because one's better than the other that they do this or that. They all get trained the same way. You can see that she's slightly more careful than the other horse, a little bit more looking, okay? A bit more nervous. So this time I'll be thinking, okay, as I come round over these poles, maybe a little bit more leg. Keep it going.